Just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic bid to the college football playoff with the first-round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here, as we'll see the number 8 team in the country. The squad here today looking to put on a show, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land. A group with a whole lot to prove here today. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly.
Chris, I just don't understand the logic here to go for this onside kick so early in the game, but I guess you can appreciate the boldness.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Now it's second down here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And they heave it deep downfield. Caught near the goal line. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Offense facing second and goal. Looking to score with a run to the right.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Looking to the end zone.
Well, there's nothing more satisfying for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback that he can trust in these critical areas. Here you are, third and goal. What do? Put the ball in the hands of that quarterback. Whether he runs it in or throws it, you know he's going to make the right decision. Found the matchup, made the throw, and you get a touchdown to open the game.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Handoff heading left. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Picks up the first, looking for more. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? He's going to hand this off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
He'll hand it off. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Back-to-back big plays. Defense is reeling. Set up 1st and goal now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed in that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback. Kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
Now to try here for the extra point. And he knocks it right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is that offense going on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. And now from the pistol formation. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, he was keeping them out of the end zone.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask of the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
BIG puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. He'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And he'll set up to throw. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Look out, he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing, doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover. Does a good job of being physical and making that play.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with...
He's looking deep here. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Going the other way, can they stop him? The 30, past the 20. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender could.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Catch made by the tight end. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
He'll take a deep shot here. Another pick. Wow, that's the fourth tonight. And he's got some open field ahead. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
The back's got it. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Off the play fake on first down. Makes a quick catch. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
First down here for this offense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. It's a fumble. Looks like the defense has it.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? Breaks loose at the 15. In a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, everybody in the stadium, including this defense, knew they were going to run the football just to get it away from the shadow of their own goal line. What's amazing is they were able to pop a big run like that. And if you're the defensive coordinator, it's got to be one of the most frustrating things. But let's give credit to the offense. They blocked.
He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. The corner's now playing a couple of yards off the ball. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You think you've got him right where you want him on 3rd and long, and you give up a run play for a 1st down. The offense makes you pay for assuming the pass and bailing out too quick.
Looking for a deep completion. The catch is made for a huge pickup.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good. So a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
I'll be honest, man. I thought on 4th down and 1, they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. That ball's incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string, but he just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
He's got enough for the first down and still going. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Quarterback operating an empty set. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Can he take it all the way? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender when he throws the interception.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Brought to the turf, but made the first man miss on the way to the first down. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get this second half underway. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. Same tailback, another carry. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. As a design quarterback keeper. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
The offense now has great field position to start the drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Can he reach the end zone? Now the all-important extra point. And the point after gets him within a touchdown, 28-21. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They're going to run it. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group, formation, and play call. It all came together, and they get the big score.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way the receiver should be that wide open.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
tries to get it to the running back. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
This time it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Out past the 30. Inside the 10.
Chris, I thought after he tipped that ball in the air, that thing was going to be an incompletion. That would have been a great play, but instead, he didn't give up on it. Comes down with the interception and then shows you how athletic he is by taking it all the way back for a touchdown. How about that?
Empty set as they try for the 2-point conversion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he's stopped short. The 2-point try fails. They can't build on their lead here. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the out route. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And that catch is hauled in. You bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Quarterback keeps the football. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Oh, the read option here, and the quarterback keeps it. I thought he was going to get out and maybe take this downfield for big yards. The defense very fortunate to keep him to a shorter gain.
Here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Running out of time in the pocket. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Looking to pass here. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Now, the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend-but-don't-break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And there's the handoff. Got space, looking to score.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Offense ready to start this drive. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Play action fake, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. So no hesitation by the coach. The offense is out there to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. The 10. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance from this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point makes the lead 20 in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. First down, they're going to throw the football. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Now the important point after attempt. And it's up and good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He steps out of bounds at the 26. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it to the left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the tailback's got it again. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Third down here, time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. We'll see what he can do with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Allen. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking to pass here on second down. Throws to the tight end. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for his big tight end. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball is not intercepted.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his back. The pass is caught. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now. Offense comes out needing a score in this one-possession game. And looking to throw now on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Now they'll set up for the point after. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery. Offense back out there trying to get something going. Linebacker shifting around now. Gives it to the back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second and long, but you figure they'll run the ball here to work the clock. They'll hand it off. He shreds the tackle. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And here's the handoff. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. It's always a special year when after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten.